Welcome to another episode of Buy and Sell with Lyndsay and Miguel. I'm Miguel.
And I'm Lyndsay. In today's episode, we're going to talk about the top things you should look for when touring a home for the first time before purchasing.
So, Lyndsay, tell us, what are some things that you look for when pulling into the house?
Sure. So I'll talk about the things on the exterior of the home. So when you're first pulling up to that home, try to check out, do you like the neighborhood? Are the homes super close together? Is that okay with you? Do you like the lot size? Do you like the curb appeal of the property? Is the yard a good size? Maybe you have a dog.
Yeah.
So just check things like that. Do a quick little walk around the house, and you're going to want to pay attention to whether if you're going to see any cracks along the foundation outside. That could be a big red flag. Check as you're walking around, check the windows, see if you see any cracks anywhere. You're also going to want to take a step back, maybe towards where you parked your car, and try to look up at the roof, see if you see any damaged shingles or missing shingles, or you can kind of tell the age of a roof when you see a lot of discoloration. And then the seller might be able to give you the age of the roof as well, which is good. Roof age is important just because the older it is, like the more chances that you could run into some water damage issues. So. And then also you want to check out to see how the landscaping is and the grading. So reason why that's important is because if you're located at the bottom of a hill, you could run into the issue of all the water at the top of the hill just sitting right at the bottom.
Yeah, that's not good. That's how you build a moat.
Yeah, exactly. So those are just a couple things you want to check for. You also want to, if there's an AC unit for the property that's probably located outside the home, just check out the age on it. It should have a manufactured date on it. Those last about 15 to 20 years. So just good to know the age of all the big ticket items of the property.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So now that you guys know what to look for on the outside of a home, Miguel, what do you and your clients look for on the inside of the properties?
So as soon as you walk in, if there is a strong odor, it could mean that the previous sellers either had a bunch of pets or smoked inside the property. Most of the times, the only way to remedy this is to rip out the carpet and or clean and then paint the walls.
Yeah, that's a good point. And then also if you're walking into the basement and it's smelling pretty musty, it could be a sign of mold. So keep your eyes out for that.
Yeah, definitely keep an eye out for mold. Any black spores could definitely indicate an issue. Look along the baseboards in any unfinished area of the house. If you see some brown stains, it could mean that there's been a flood in the past. Also look for any brown water stains in the ceiling. This could indicate a plumbing issue. What I like to do is go into the bathrooms and turn on the faucets. If you see a crazy leak, I wouldn't move too much forward with that one.
And then what would you do about HVAC, water heater?
Yeah, so the HVAC and water heater, definitely check it out. All of them have a lifespan of, anywhere from 10 to 20 years. So you want to make sure that you're still gonna, be able to use your water heater and not have to replace it as soon as you move in.
Yeah, and if you do have to replace it, just be mindful. It's gonna be a little bit costly, so.
Okay. Same thing with the windows. Make sure that they're opening and closing, operating, the way they should be. This is the way that your air conditioning stays inside of your home and not seeping out, and vice versa as well. It's a good way to keep your utility bill low is to make sure you have good ventilated windows.
Definitely, yeah. And then a lot of these things too, if anything's questionable, your home inspector can totally answer these questions for you. But just in today's climate, a lot of people are waiving their home inspections just because they're competing. So it's just always good to check all of these things every time you're touring a home, if it's the one. Exactly.
And any good agent will definitely make sure to keep an eye out on those, as well as mentioning all these to you during the tour.
For sure, yeah. If your agent's not doing that for you, then please give us a call.
yeah, it's definitely please call us. So please subscribe so you're notified next time we make one of these videos. And as always, don't forget,
Buy and sell with Lyndsay and Miguel.